our next lesson. A nice day, blue sky but not too hot. We're already tacking up Alpha with his bareback pad. Beta is patiently waiting out here. He wants to go in too. He's going to come in for tack up in a moment. And then we're going to go out the back gate there and to shed 1. If you look back on my video from our last session, we got some resistance from them to go into shed 1 with their halters on. So that needs practice. But then when we're done with that, and I am optimistic it won't be hard to get them to be willing to go in there without resistance, we're going to walk over through the back pasture to our back gate into the Rancho's trails. And then, that's just with halters on and their bareback pads. Then we're going to walk down the trails on the other side of my railroad tie perimeter fence until we get to the next gate. I have 5 gates into my property here, my Rancho's Ranch. We're going to be going in and out of those gates for our walks that we're going to be publishing to have our local residents joining us for joy and for donation to my sanctuary. So one step at a time, practice, practice, practice. We'll video and try to show you our progress and our problems. We'll use our training philosophy of apply pressure if they're giving you the wrong answer, and remove the pressure if they give you the right answer. We don't do rewards like carrots and treats during training. But believe me, when they get done with training and we take their bareback pads off, they have bins and treats all over the place with pellets and carrots. They're being very good. They know they're going to go on a lesson. And look who else is here. Thor. He is going on lessons now in his leash if we're not doing something right here in the tacking and the training area. And since we're hoping to be able to go out to the Rancho's trails close to my Rancho's Ranch today, I'm leaving him on a leash. And I'm training him to be better at heel. He pulls me so hard sometimes that I have trouble keeping up with him. I'm an old lady, 82 years old. So I'm using the word heel more often than I used to recently, because he has to understand that heel means he stays at my heels. It's not that I stay at his heels. But you see, he gets very excited to be going on these walks where he gets to smell things, and he sees lizards and other bugs that he can get excited about. Here he is. This is a training session for Thor, too. This is our training area. Like when we start practicing ground driving, we'll be doing a lot of the work here. But right now, just lead line work. Thor is so excited. He's gotten wrapped around. Okay, now he's coming back. He's seeing things in the grass. He wraps around my legs. It's sometimes a little bit dangerous. But he'll learn too, because he's being trained too. Heel, heel, heel. You see, I've got the leash on him, and I can pull him or tug him around. He's just so excited about all these high grasses here. We keep it mowed around the house, so when he goes out, the grasses aren't this interesting to him. Okay, we're going to shed 1. I will try to go as fast as Tavis is going, but it would be difficult to go that fast right now. But we're walking on our rubber mats. I come out here every day, twice a day, to stock their feeders with carrots and their bowls with pellets. And we just, as best we can, walk carefully from one shed to the other, do our job, go through the gate, and get back home. Oh, look at that. I think that my anticipation was correct. They're already in shed 1. We don't even have to go down there to see it. Whatever spooked them that first time in our last session, that wasn't a concern today. So I'm turning around. Heel, Thor. Turning around. We're going to try to stay out of their way. We're going to go to the back gate. I'm going to stay on the inside, and I'm going to let Tavis walk on the outside, on the actual Rancho's trails, which means that where he's walking, he is walking along another person's property perimeter fence, and who knows what might be there. We've got to make sure that the alpacas don't get scared from a dog or a horse or a mower. Okay, so we're going to stay as close as we can for you to see what happens when he goes out the gate and down the trail on the other side of the railroad ties. And I wish I could safely get closer, but I'm a little bit worried about all these high grasses that need mowing. We just haven't gotten to it. It's already the end of July and we're not done with the mowing, but look at my neighbor's property. He isn't either, and he doesn't have any irrigation. So it's all yellow grass, not green grass. Okay, are they going to go through the gate? Once, months ago, when we were out here on the trails, Beta got spooked by something and his lead line got pulled out of Tavis's hand, and fortunately his inclination was to come home. So he came home here and waited at the gate for us to let him back in. So I'm not too worried, especially because my Rancho's property is a flag lot and there's no motor vehicles around it anywhere, except for people in their motor vehicles coming to my concrete driveway. Okay, they're doing, knock on wood, just great. Okay, I hope you can see them. I think you can. Now I'm gonna carefully walk back down here. Another reason that I'm staying inside the property is I don't have anybody here to distract the goats, and I don't want them to walk with us out there until they've been properly trained to leash. Okay, alpaca's still doing good. This is going to be a short lesson if all goes well. Okay, now I'm carefully walking in the high grasses and the potholes with Thor pulling me, because he is so excited. He wants to go faster than I can go. Heel. So when I say heel, I'm training Thor. Heel, heel. See, he was about to go under the fence, and when I said heel, he came back out. Good. Alpacas are doing very well. I'll show you in a few seconds, I hope. Heel, Thor. They're doing very well. They're about halfway down my perimeter fence on this side. They're following Tavis with full attention, with full focus. And we're holding on to the portable panels here that are my equipment storage shelters. Okay, we're almost at the next gate into my big pasture. Let's see. It's over there, just before that house, that neighbor's house. If Tavis is comfortable, it's okay if he chooses to go a little further today. We're just not going to go anywhere on the 20 miles of Ranchos trails that we have here in the Ranchos. Not today. Just out there on the trails that are not on my property and not under my control for contents. Let's see if he decides to come right in that gate just before the house. Good. Good. He's stopping there. He's opening the gate. It has clasps on it. He's going to come right in. That gives me confidence that our next lesson can be a longer trail walk on the Ranchos trails with Alpha and Beta. And our next lesson, in fact, may be tomorrow morning. Now, they have to be patient and let Tavis turn around and close the gates. Fortunately, the goats did not follow. They're somewhere around here, but when they saw us coming here with the alpacas who were just walking with Tavis, when they see him, they know they have to come to the tacking area. Well, I don't know where the goats went, but I'm confident they're not going anywhere but staying on their home property. They can get under any of these fences, but they choose to stay here as they are happy here. Here comes Alpha and Beta on lead line with Tavis, their lead trainer, to the tacking area through their big pasture. So far, not one sign of tension that I could see on this trail walk on the Ranchos trails. On it's July 23rd or 24th, I'm not sure. They're coming through some low grasses, some high grasses, some green grasses, some yellow grasses, around my irrigation risers. As they get closer, Thor and I will back off through the equipment shelter. There we're going to go now. He gets hung up under panels too here and through portable panels and so forth. We just have to heel. Okay, I said heel, I gave it a tug, and he came. Here he is. Okay, and we're going to go here. This is going to be a short lesson, and the reason it's going to be short today is because everybody is being so good. I'm going to close this gate. Thor is by my feet, but yeah, he moved out of the way. I am just so thrilled. This is another A+ lesson for Alpha and Beta. Oh, and here are the goats, and they didn't go anywhere with us to the back pasture. That's why they didn't know we went through the back gate. I've been watching YouTube videos about how to train goats, the various ways to do it. I'm gonna start doing it, but I need help, and I might be having help next month. first thing I'm going to do when I start training them is I'm going to have my squirt bottle with water near the garage doors, because they love to lay down right in the doorway. And I've watched YouTube videos about using squirt bottles to make goats get out of the way. When Tavis walks up to them, they move. And when I walk up to them, they stand there or lay there. So I'm going to give them a reason to say, oh, okay, we'll get out of your way. Look at them being untacked. Absolutely perfect behavior. Look back on my Urban Alpaca Girl shows from months ago, how hard it was with Beta especially to tack him up. We're past that problem. Look, he's just waiting. He's waiting to be untacked. We've got the gate open to the big pasture. They usually like to hang out there this time of day, if it's not too hot or not too wet, cold, rainy. A+ alpha, A+ beta. Thank you so much for being such good alpaca boys. And thank you, Tavis, for your help. Goodbye for now.